Have you ever been asked to bring potato salad to the party, and this happens when you show up with a tub of crap? Well, let me help you to avoid catastrophe and name calling by showing you how to make homemade southern potato salad. Easy and simple to make with basic ingredients and basic skills. First, let's get a pot filled with water just high enough to cover an inch above your potatoes and place it on the stove. No need to turn on the heat just yet. Here are the ingredients we're going to use. We will need some mayonnaise. You can use any brand, but me being from Texas, you got to use Whataburger mayo. Also some mustard. Again, any brand is fine. Sweet Relish or any kind that you want to use. Apple cider vinegar. A few stalks of celery. 1 yellow sweet onion. Hard-boiled eggs. Onion powder. And of course, my favorite seasoning, smoked paprika. But you can use the regular one. And you can't have potato salad without, yeah, you guessed it, potatoes. I'm using the russet potatoes, but you're more than welcome to use the gold or red ones. Go ahead and wash your potatoes. As you can see here, some of the potatoes are bigger than the others. So we're going to cut them in half, that way they're all about the same size. That way they can cook evenly. I'm going to go ahead and cut the rest of the potatoes up around the same size. Go ahead and put all the potatoes into the pot. We haven't turned the heat on yet, that way the potatoes will cook evenly. If the water was boiling, the outside of the potato will cook faster than the middle. Add about a tablespoon of salt. Give everything a good stir and put your heat up to high to bring to a light boil. Next, grab a pot with water set to boil. Once it starts boiling, place your eggs inside carefully so they won't crack. As you can see, one of the eggs already had a crack in it, and that's why you see the egg whites leaking out. It's not a big deal. They're going to be hard-boiled eggs and they'll be diced. Cook for 8 minutes. Next, let's get a mixing bowl and add our mayonnaise. Again, all exact measurements will be in the description box down below for you. Also add your mustard. Grab your bottle of apple cider vinegar and give it a good shake. Add 2 teaspoons into the mixture. Next, add your granulated sugar and onion powder. Give everything a good mix until well incorporated and place it to the side for later. After 8 minutes, the eggs are ready. I pour the hot water out and fill with cold water to stop the cooking process. Let them hang out until we're ready to peel them. Let's go ahead and cut up our celery. I cut the end off and cut 2 or 3 slices down the middle. Give it a fine dice. The size of the celery is entirely up to you. I like them to have a little character, not too big and not too small. Go ahead and put them into a bowl. Next, grab your onion, and I always peel the first layer off, which tends to be pretty tough and leathery. Cut some slices through it, and just like the celery, give it a fine chop. Again, the size is entirely up to you. Place your diced onion in with the celery and give it a toss. Next is a sweet relish. I add about 2 big tablespoons of it, give it a quick mix. Let's go ahead and check on our potatoes. It's been about 15 minutes on a light boil. A fork should be able to go in nice and easy, but not be mushy. Let's go ahead and strain the potatoes and put them back into the pot. And just like the boiled eggs, I'll fill the pot with cold water to stop the cooking process. Now it's time to peel our eggs. Now I've seen a lot of people struggle with this. What I do is gently drop the egg on all sides, top and bottom, while rotating it. Give it a light gentle roll with the palm of your hand back and forth. Place the egg under some running water. Peel off a small piece of the shell so the water can get underneath the shell's membrane and the shell should come right off. And if it doesn't look perfect, don't worry, we're going to chop them all up anyway. Now let's peel our potatoes. I'm using the serrated part of a potato peeler, but you can use your hands to take the skin off, or you can just leave the skin on. The potato skin has a lot of nutrients, but it's entirely up to you. A lot of people take it off for presentation purposes. Cut the potatoes a little larger than bite size. Reason being is when you start mixing the potatoes, they start to break down due to the mixing process. So if they are too small, you may have a mashed potato salad. Nothing wrong if that's what you're aiming for, but I like mine a little chunky. Now it's time for the easiest part of this recipe. Let me slice this egg in half and show you what we got. If you remember, we cooked the eggs for 8 minutes and this is what they look like. Exactly how I like them. Go ahead and chop them up any way you want. You can't mess this up. Although some members of my family might disagree. If you like, you could also save a few eggs and cut them into slices to place on top for presentation. I'm going to chop all of mine up. Place with the onions and celery and give a good mix. Next, pour your mayo and mustard mix over the potatoes. Add a little freshly cracked black pepper, about a teaspoon of salt, adjust to taste, and give everything a good mix. Next, add your celery and onion, along with the relish and chopped eggs. Next, add a dash of smoked paprika, but don't put it away just yet. We'll use some more to top it off for presentation. When mixing, this is the time, if the potatoes are a little too chunky, to use your spoon in order to break up the potatoes a bit. Keep mixing until you get the consistency that you like. Once done mixing, I transferred everything to a separate bowl for presentation purposes. You don't want to take a messy bowl to the party. Garnish with smoked paprika and cover with plastic wrap. Place this in the fridge overnight so the flavors can be one with each other. When it's done, take it to the party and you'll be crowned potato salad king or queen. And you'll also be designated as the official potato salad maker for the rest of your life. If you're wondering what goes well with potato salad, I'll leave you a video to check out that pairs perfectly with this recipe. Let me know in the comments section, what do you do different with your potato salad, and consider leaving a thumbs up if you enjoy the content, and I'll see you on the next video. Have a blessed day, everyone.